Good evening, all, and welcome to the Tactical Devils. I'm your host, Jarvis, and with me tonight I have Stu Woolley. Tonight we're going to talk about the match preview, Manchester United against Manchester City tomorrow, 12:30 UK time. So it's an early kickoff. So guys, girls, we have a lot to dig into tonight. We will talk about the mystery midfielder. Yeah, there are some rumors out there. So I want your suggestions. And if you know the answers, don't say it. I want the wrong answers only. Who will be the mystery midfielder? And also, guys, girls, in the chat, we will talk about Mark Guehi apparently signing for Manchester City, 300k a week, a big, huge deal for Mark Guehi. Toby Collyer on loan to Hull. There's some updates on the Carrick presser. Let's see what else do we have. We will talk about yesterday's meeting between the Glazers and INEOS. Apparently, there are talks about funding for a 2 billion new stadium with other investors. So we will see. Maybe we will have a new stadium in time. But girls, boys, we are going to talk about Manchester United. This is going to be a tactical board setup. Stu and I will sit here and try to analyze as best as we can how the lineups will be, what kind of tactics Carrick can use to beat Pep Guardiola on Old Trafford tomorrow. So guys, girls, stay tuned and we will be back after the intro. So see you in a sec. And boom, the Tactical Devils are back. It's Friday night, 9 p.m. UK time, and we are going to talk about the one and only Man United, the never-ending story, the circus in town, Manchester United. And Stu, my good old friend, how are you? The weekend is finally here.
Yes, I'm all right, actually. I've had quite an easy day today. I was late home last night, piss of a day, and a bit of impromptu football tonight. So there was a bit of barrel scraping going on if I was called in to help at the last minute. But we did win, so that was always good.
Yes.
So, and I didn't get on the score sheet, but, rock at the back. That's what I'd say. Rock at the back.
Didn't get on the score sheet?
No, it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. But it was a good game, really tight game. Enjoyed it. I think we won 4-2, something like that. So, yeah, really enjoyed it. So, back in time for this. And it's been the clown show again, hasn't it? The two clowns from Florida came in. It looks like Crystal Palace have imploded, which I think is fucking hilarious. City acting, unfortunately, like a proper football club again. Needed defenders. So what they do, go out and buy one. No problem. 35 million quid. I mean, fucking hell. We should have been all over that like a rash. Like a rash. 35 million quid. Like a rash.
I think they have spent 500 million in the last 12 months. Something, according to some sources I read.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. But they've gone ahead and done it. They've got Semenyo, they've got Gay. Luckily, Gay won't be playing tomorrow, but Semenyo is looking like he'll probably start. So a good start to his City career. So, and then of course, yeah, I mean, the best of it all was the secret midfielder. I mean, fucking hell, I've been crying about that most of the day with laughter. That's just the best thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. Everybody's tuned in. I want your guess. Who is the secret midfielder? And I want wrong answers only.
Only. Well, Zinedine Zidane is coming out of retirement. He said, I'm going to manage the French team after the World Cup. In the meantime, I'll come and get you out of a hole.
I heard Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba is the guy we are going to sign.
The comedy
midfielder.
Well, the thing is, right, the brief is playing for a European club.
Yep.
Premier League experience. Premier League experience. Pogba's not really turning out for Monaco, is he? I think he's played a few games for them, but don't really know what he's doing over there. Nobody nobody really cares, do they? So it doesn't mean, so it's ruled out the bargain that is João Neves that took away a penalty when they beat Al Ittihad, beat Al Hilal, didn't they? 3-1 the other day. Neves looked quite good. So yeah, it's one of those. But I've heard plenty of rumours on who it could be. Sean did a show actually earlier on today, and Sean was suggesting it might be Loftus-Cheek, but fuck knows.
Well, we're hearing it's Pogba, according to Belal, and some other people say it's who else? I saw some other. Jordan Henderson is serious Bart Pan sources about this. Serious fan
Oh yeah, well that's wrong answers only, isn't it? So yeah,
yes, it's wrong answers only. Yes,
and
yes.
James Milner, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
James Milner.
Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? That when you say we're talking to a secret midfielder,
I know who it is. It's Schneiderlin.
Yeah, it's Morgan Schneiderlin. Nicholas Gaetan's our left winger that we want. Schneiderlin's coming in for midfield.
I think it's Paul Scholes coming back out of retirement, doing his second comeback.
Yeah, it's just embarrassing, isn't it? This whole thing with a secret midfielder in the last 25. I mean, for fuck's sake.
Kev comes in, say Wesley Sneijder. We have Iniesta and Scholes coming out. Oh, Renato, that's
an old one. That's an old one. We were linked with him when he was about 12, weren't we? 18 or something like that.
He's still young, isn't he? Still young.
He's quite young. Yeah, he's probably only about 28.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah. It's embarrassing.
But why all this secrecy? Do they want to like edge us fans up a little bit and give us something else to talk about?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's probably the case. And then also, I think if you were Ben Jacobs and you were on a show, yeah, oh fucking hell, I'll be happy with Souness in his pomp. And you're on a show and you said there's been we're talking with a secret midfielder. How the fuck would you keep a straight face? And if you were interviewing him, how would you keep a straight face? What do you mean secret midfielder? We're not 12. We're not 8. It's a secret. I can't tell you. It's a secret. I'm sworn to secret. Oh, fuck off. You absolute tit.
Arturo Vidal. Vidal is coming back with his mohawk.
What
directly from Chile.
Yeah, what a player he would have been, Vidal. I used to love Vidal. Went to Bayern Munich, didn't he, when we were interested in it? From Juve. I'm sure he went to Bayern Munich. Yeah. Grace is saying it's Loftus-Cheek. He's ex Chelsea. I know he's not playing so much for AC Milan, but surely we got to be looking at
Loftus-Cheek.
Surely we're looking at somebody with a bit more credibility than Loftus-Cheek.
Catherine says it's Pam Anderson.
We would have taken Pam Anderson all day in a pomp, Catherine. No nonsense, McDade, and I'm not gonna
in a pomp.
Yes, I'm not going to degrade the show anywhere else. But Pam Anderson, oh yes, we would have had her. Oh, sorry, what was I doing? Didn't mean that, guys. That was shocking. I didn't mean that. What am I doing? That's terrible. I was pushing her away.
Gattuso. Yeah, he would be
there. So yes, what brilliant. Bilal saying it's such a secret, not even the player himself knows it. Right. Did anyone read the snippet from an interview that Bruno was supposed to have done about his emotions when his agent phoned him with regards to Manchester United, and he was in tears, and he didn't want his wife to know he was in tears, but Manchester United apparently so. A double pivot, Pam. Yabba dabba do. Double pivot, Pam. I like that one. Stick Anderson in the double pivot, Pamela.
Big up, Yabba. Big up, Yabba.
Big up.
And we have the Roma player, Kevin Strootman. We were linked to him so many years, I think. Then he was.
I think the one that we might actually try to get, and I don't think he's actually played in the Premier League, is Llorente out of is it Madrid? Atletico.
Who?
Llorente.
Oh,
Is it him?
Llorente.
Yeah. I know
With the double L.
Yeah,
Double L.
he's an interesting position, isn't he? He's not a 6, obviously, but he's an attacking midfield. Absolutely supreme player. He's a very, very good player. I don't know whether we may be interested in him, but again, he's not got Premier League experience, so he can't be Llorente. But I think he would have been a good move.
So I just want to say for those of you who's tuning in late, we are doing the secret midfielder wrong answers only.
Wrong answers only. It's like having Secret Santa. You've got 10 quid. I think that's all we've got about to spend, 10 quid on a midfielder. So Secret Santa's out. Who's around? Who can we get?
It's a loan, but no loan fee. We will hardly pay any salaries. Maybe the plane ticket over, and he will get a new pair of boots. That's the deal.
He's lucky.
Without laces, because Ratcliffe thinks it's a little bit too expensive to actually go with so this is just how it is. Ilkay Gundogan was also I like the Kevin De Bruyne thing from Patrick.
That's quite funny. Jamie says that he found out through his ketchup bottle that it's McTominay.
His ketchup bottle.
Yeah, mixed sauce, mixed sauce. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I like that one. But obviously, we know there'll be no big surprise. Nobody's going to come walking through the door in January, apart from our left winger, which came out of left field. That one, didn't it? We want a left winger, really? Since when?
Suddenly, we wanted. That's this club.
Oh, it's pathetic, isn't it? Carrick's gone in there and said, "On my Christmas list, I wanted a left winger, but Santa Claus wouldn't bring me one. So is there any chance I could have a secret midfielder as well, please?"
We have the answer. It's Martinez. He's been moving. He's the secret midfielder.
And where would I put him? Jarvis? I'd have stuck him in the 6 the last couple of games. I think he might have been the difference maker, but anyway.
Well, make up your mind. A couple of months ago, you were hardly on playing him as a left wing back, and now it's midfielder. What's next? Is it going to be the striker now?
No, but he's got that ability, hasn't he, to be almost a playmaker for us. He's got that holding playmaker. I quite like his ability with his passing and his calmness on the ball. But he's not been playing well at centre half with Heaven, unfortunately.
No.
It's calm. Yes, now we're talking. Now we are talking.
And who's next? Erika Eleniak? All the Baywatch crew is back.
We could have gone with Erika Eleniak.
We are going slow motion in the midfield all the time.
Erika Eleniak, yes. We quite like her, wouldn't we?
And David Hasselhoff in
the half.
He's
too big in Germany. He's too big in Germany. He can't come to the UK. He's too big in Germany. The half. He's a legend.
We have someone coming in from Twitch with is that a creeper emoji from Minecraft? It's a Minecraft
emoji.
Big up Spawn late. Good to see you, Spawn late.
Twitch legends, Spawn, if you didn't know that. So maybe you found out and you've come over to say hello, so you're welcome. And Arno's coming back to playing the 6. Grace. Well done, Grace. I like that one.
You probably do a good job, compared to a lot of these other so-called midfielders we have at this club. But guys, it's time to get serious. Let's get into the business of.
I've got my zinc on my vitamin C tonight, everybody.
I'm actually sipping on a cider.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's Friday night. You have to enjoy yourself in these bad times when it comes to Man United. So
I think it drives you to drink, doesn't it? Absolutely drives you to drink. Let's face it. Who's actually looking forward to getting up in the morning, knowing that in a couple of hours the game's going to kick off? Oh dear. Which one am I like? What have I said, Catherine? Just remind me on that one. I can't remember what we said. Oh no, honestly, it's definitely zinc. If that's what you're wondering. At my age, you need zinc. You need zinc.
Yeah, you need zinc, magnesium, and I would also do some omega-3s, you know, cod liver oil, something.
I've got some omega-3. Yeah.
That's good for you. By the way, guys, Grace coming in and say it's Rúben Amorim, so we're taking Rúben back. Yeah. Wilcox is sorry and taking him back. You know.
Oh, apparently Wilcox is being a knob end again, isn't he?
He is always. The secret midfielder, you know. This is what the archives, the United Archives, is saying. Very strong, incredible rumors that MUFC are holding loan talks with Ruben Loftus-Cheek, the ex-Chelsea midfielder. So okay, let's discuss this and talk about this like it was real.
Well, my question to you would be:
What can Ruben Loftus-Cheek actually add to this Man United midfield?
Well, that was my question to you, because I'm a little bit perplexed as to why we would go for Loftus-Cheek, and this clearly has come from Carrick. You would assume,
yeah.
4 hours this has happened, so this has clearly come from Carrick. If that's to be believed, which I don't believe it. But if we did end it with Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the team, it's not going to really appease the fans. It's not really appeasing the two football nerds on this channel, me and you.
It's an underwhelming signing, I would say.
It's less than underwhelming. It's ridiculous. I just don't understand.
Are we just
when you look at what's happening? Okay, when you look at what's happening right in the transfer market right now, you got Tammy Abraham looking probably going to Aston Villa. Tammy Abraham, he's going to get you at least 10 goals between now and the end of the season. Easy.
Yep.
Easy. He's going to Villa. You've had Gallagher go to Spurs. Gay and Semenyo going to City. Brennan Johnson going to Palace. Mateta potentially wants to leave this window. Glasner has decided he's not going back after the summer. You know, it's all happened. And Manchester United apparently are in secret talks for midfielder. Ridiculous. I mean, it just is ridiculous. We knew 2 or 3 days ago City were going in for Gay.
Yeah,
everybody knew that. It was an open secret, that one, not a fucking, closely guarded secret. This player, whoever it is, Jarvis, can't be on anybody's radar. So where is the secrecy? Why is the secrecy? If we're not interested in Gallagher, and I think he'll do very well at Tottenham, by the way, Conor Gallagher. I think he'll fit quite nicely. Then who is it? And if this is the case, why aren't we tapping up Fulham for Sanderberg? Then, if we are in a market for a midfielder, so why aren't we going to Fulham? Look, City had no problem going to Palace for Gay. Well, just look, is he available? Does he want to leave in January? He does. Great. Let's do a deal. That's how we got Cantona, remember? They phoned up wanting Dennis Irwin. No. Oh, is Eric for sale? Just out of interest. Oh, he is actually. Oh, great. That's how it happens. So we seem that fucking dumb that we just don't seem to get it together. We really don't seem to. We can't even do this properly, Jarvis. Whoever it is, we can't even do that properly. We're still. I'm going. Oh fuck! I can feel myself going again here, Jarvis.
Yeah. But it's Friday. Relax, man. We tomorrow night when we do the match reaction, we will be angry. So let's just not tonight, guys. Let's just try to enjoy.
I might have taken the family off to fucking Barbados tomorrow. Yeah, I might be on a plane. No match action. I might be on a plane. I can't take any more. And before we go, Sanchi, the legend, has sent us some lovely money. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And Sanchi, that's about his 4th super chat in a couple of days. So, drum roll, please.
Okay, let's play the drum roll for Sanchi.
Absolutely. Sanchi, thank you so much. It means a hell of a lot to the channel. Sanchi says, are you more bothered, I mean you, about City or Arsenal? I've never been bothered about City, to be honest, Sanji. I've hated them since I was a small boy because we were born to hate them. We're not going to win the title this year, and I would rather see Arsenal than City win the title. So I'm praying that Arsenal can get a good lead and that City just cannot claw it back. That would be for me. Jarvis?
Well, it's a double-edged sword when it comes to this, because it's a difficult question, because City, they are our neighbors, noisy neighbor. Never seen them as a rival. When I was growing up, they were poor,
They weren't.
to say the least.
Yeah.
I used to look at the table, in the newspapers, to look how the score was in the second division or third division, and Manchester City was always there. We were never in the first division back in the days. And when it came to Arsenal, Arsenal have always been a good team, and they have a huge fan base. So I know the time when Arsenal will win it. Okay, all the Arsenal fans around will pop up and try to banter me. And there's I don't know one Manchester City fan who lives here in Norway besides kids who's 8 years old with Haaland on their back.
Yeah, exactly. There isn't any, is there?
No, just not. So the easiest thing is if Manchester City win it, after a day we have forgot all about it. But with Arsenal, it will go on for a couple of weeks.
I could kind of live with that. I could kind of live with that, really. In City, I just can't cope. I feel sick every time City win anything. I just want to puke. I feel sick. But Catherine has lightened up the mood. It's smoking the arse bandit, lads. You're a legend. You're a legend.
You remember, what was it? Was it Trans Am?
Trans Am. Yeah. I think he had a big eagle on the front, didn't he?
Yeah. That was a nice car. But going back to the Loftus-Cheek thing, because we are also apparently linked to Tahith Chong, the former Man United player. If we are signing Loftus-Cheek, because we want Cheek and Chong back on the team.
Cheeky Chong.
Cheeks and Chong. If you know, you know. 80s movies. That's just a reference.
Well, you're kind of in that kind of area. We may as well go and get Hannibal back, really, don't we?
Yeah, Hannibal, he's actually done quite well this season.
Doing all right for Burnley.
Yeah, he's been all right.
Or maybe we can get Bebe out of retirement. Actually, I think Bebe's still playing, or is it Dong? One of them's still playing.
Yeah.
Have good evening. City, yes, Bilal was just making a point. Actually, it's very, very true. City were kick away from being liquidated. That is very, very true. An interesting thing, though, guys, another 100 million spent in January on top of what they spent in the summer, on top of what they spent last January, and still no sign of the end of their 115 charges allegation. It's just that City, all this is hanging on, and City are allowed to operate and keep operating. It's absolutely shocking. But
that's how the world works. I think a lot of these rich people get away with it. That's just the way it is.
Oh, it's money. Everything's money, isn't it? So, although it looks like Ronaldo unfortunately won't be winning the Saudi Arabian League again. I think they're about third, I think, or something like that.
Oh, okay.
He's not going to win it. He's not going to win it anyway. Fucking Brendan Rodgers.
He still have a chance to win the World Cup. I think that's his aim. That's his goal.
Well, he's got no choice. He's got to win it this year, because I think that probably is it for Ronaldo. He might eke it out to the Euros. I think.
Stu,
yes,
I want to cover some of the latest news. Let's just go through it and talk a little bit about it. We have one news about Toby Collyer signing for Hull City. We covered it a little bit, and instead of signing a secret midfielder like Loftus-Cheek or whoever, why not just take back Toby Collyer? Because if it's legs that we need, he got legs. He knows the main well. He knows the club. I bet you he knows Michael Carrick.
I think, yeah, look, I agree. I think they're probably looking at it from a point of view that we can't risk going in with Collyer this season. He didn't do a great deal at Albion, did he? Hence his recall. I think he got an injury though, didn't he? If I'm not mistaken. Hence his recall. And I think that Hull,
can I just say something when it comes to this? Because I think people are underestimating things. I know I interrupted you, but it's bursting out. When it comes to this, why do we always need these young players to succeed when they go on loan? Because I think it's a learning curve anyway, and I think you learn a lot about yourself when you meet the wall and you can't go any further. You have to you humble yourself. You go back. You work even harder. Maybe you weren't as good as you thought you were, so you need to start working on little things more professionally and actually step it up.
Yes,
and everything is a success in life.
I think what's interesting, my old mate, more than anything, is that, and I talk about it every day in my work, throughput. It's all about throughput for likes of Toby Collyer. If he comes back to Manchester United and he doesn't go anywhere, he doesn't progress because he's back in under 23s. So he's better off going to Hull, who are 7th, I think, in the Championship at the moment. I could be wrong. I think they're 7th or 8th. Potentially fighting for the playoff positions, going through the playoffs, winning the playoff, and getting promoted. A bit like Ahmad had a stellar season, or half season with Sunderland at that time. I think Collyer would benefit from that. When you look now, we're going to pick the team in half an hour's time, 40 minutes time. And me and you are going to be digressing, contemplating on whether Kobe Mainoo, that's Toby Mainoo, comes out to start. Yeah. We're going to be deliberating that because nobody knows, and we know what Carrick thinks of Kobe Mainoo. So we are going to be discussing that. Toby Collyer, if he was at United, wouldn't be in that conversation, I guess. So I suppose that's my stance on it. Really, really good. One thing Sanchit did say, and I think we should just answer it quickly. He says, Indian rupee not yet strong to get an applause. Sanchit, you could donate 1 pence to this channel and you will get an applause because we are very grateful for anything that anybody gives us. So you will always get an applause, my old mate.
Always.
So that would be
this channel never do is discriminate anyone. This is an open channel, and
yes. So for me, my old mate, that would be my thought process. I don't think we would be having a conversation about whether Collyer starts or not. And I think
we won't. No, we won't. But for me, if we are coming in, let's say we buy Loftus-Cheek, what can he add into this group of players? Will they will the other players say, "Oh yes, we signed Loftus-Cheek, a new face. Let's start getting the action together."
Can you get a seat map up?
We can. Yeah, sure, we can.
I'll do some things. Jamie says we've got the shittest owners in this league. That's a fact, absolutely. And Bilal says, comes in with "in the world." That's my very poor Jeremy Clarkson. Although, sorry, I'll start again. Jarvis's mate, Jeremy Clarkson's impression, because Jarvis knows him. He's met, shook his hand, knows him quite well. You're on speed dial, aren't you, two?
Hold on, I got a call.
Oh, it is. Okay,
yeah. Clarkson, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it might
have to wait. I'm doing a show with Stu and the guys. Okay, bye.
Is he phoning you up?
Sorry about
that. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Stu, what did Nicholas Jackson have for lunch today? No, that would be the best ever, wouldn't it? Nicholas Jackson comes to United. It would be the best ever. Go on, put that picture up. That'd just be the best ever.
Nicholas Jackson.
Jules, welcome. Yeah.
Big up, Jules. Big up, Jules. Hope you're well. So, okay, let's have a look at Loftus-Cheek. Let's be serious about this. Loftus-Cheek is 29 years old. Is 191 centimeters. He has a market value of 10.5 million euros. He plays for AC Milan, and his average score this season is 6.59. So, it's not that good. I'm comparing him with Rúben Neves just because he's also one of the secret options. So you have Loftus-Cheek on the left and Rúben Neves on the right. So,
So he's lazy then. What do you call that? A heat map? I think what he's doing is walking around with a fucking hot water bottle down his fucking shorts. That's the only heat he's getting.
We can go back a couple of years when he actually played. So 2 years back.
Still not the best heat map in the world, is it?
No. Okay, let's go back to his Chelsea days. What's the
Chelsea is struggling.
Okay, let's do 21-22 Chelsea days. Okay,
that was better. That blank one was much better. That's slightly better, to be fair. But I don't really know where his game is, though. I mean, he's obviously up and look at Neves' heat map. Fucking hell. Jesus, look at that.
We got to put this Loftus-Cheek thing into the bin and say no. It's a big fat no. We are not signing Loftus-Cheek, not on my watch. And Jules agree, Loftus-Cheek, not for me. So, yeah, that's how it is.
How dare you? How cheeky. That is. We don't want the cheek. No. We don't want cheeky. We don't want the cheek. We don't want cheeky cheek.
No, we can't do that. Into the bin, according to Das. So no, we're not doing the Loftus-Cheek thing. On other news, there were at a press conference today. Michael Carrick talked about his fantastic week, but there was nothing, in that press conference that I will actually mention. He was very polite. He was welcoming Pep Guardiola, Manchester City.
Are you not going to mention the story yesterday where apparently the first team players were blown away with his?
Yes.
With his first training session.
We can share it.
I've never seen that before. Okay, now.
What are they talking about? Carrick's training session have reportedly blown away the Manchester United players' mind. The squad is said to be hugely impressed with his methods, with tactical meeting keeping everyone on high alert.
Jesus Christ!
And what the F is going on with the PR around this club? They are feeding so much bullshit into all this.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
IT case, and they just give us they serve everything, and we are eating it cold. It's bullshit.
It reminds me. I mean, they're sitting in a tactical meeting, and it reminds me of the scene in Jurassic Park where they both see the dinosaurs for the first time, and he's like, all this kind of stuff. You can imagine the players going, "Wow,
yeah,
Jesus Christ!"
So
I'm blown away. Fuck, I don't know what to do. Jesus, fucking. Honestly, where do they write this shit from? Where do they get it from? Who thinks I'm going to write Manchester United players were blown away?
Johnny Commode coming in with some breaking news. Carrick can't control the wind direction during training.
Can control the wind direction during training.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a wizard. Maybe Carrick's a wizard, and he's got a wizard sleeve, or he's got a fucking wand or something, and he says, "Stay away from us, Rain. You will not pass," or whatever that guy says in that film. Shall not pass. Will not pass. Shall not pass. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's almost like the Steven Seagal jokes, or what's the other guy's name? The bearded guy, Walker Texas Ranger.
Oh, I've never seen any of his stuff, but the Seagal jokes are brilliant.
Yeah, it's almost the same.
There's only 4 of you. Oh, go on then. If I've got to. Come on then. I better not use my wood. I'll just use my hands. My wood's cracking. It's so sad, isn't it? It's just Oh dear.
Yeah,
But
but you know, all the Chuck, it's like the Steven Seagal and Chuck Norris jokes, you know, and they are actually serving it to the fans. It's almost like the same. And for me, you know, as a player, let's say Casemiro, you're sitting there, interim Carrick comes in after 3 training sessions and is blown away because of this. You know,
I know, it's amazing.
he had so many managers. He had Ancelotti and winning the Champions League and the World Cup and everything. And he's blown away. You know, it's.
Well, the caption was, wasn't it? It was Casemiro and Carrick, 5 Champions Leagues, 1 Champions League, but I'm blown away by your team. Bullshit, isn't it? It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, it is funny. It is funny, but I quite like it. I mean, you look at journalism all the time, and
they're trying to create something, some false positivity, and I think they're just trying to change the narrative around the club because they know. But you know, I'm a cynic when it comes to Man United at that moment, and you know, I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
Bilal says, is Seagull Brighton? Be clever. I quite like that one.
Yeah.
You shall not pass. Gandalf. That's the wizard, wasn't it? He says that. Yes.
Shall not pass.
You shall not pass, or whatever it is.
Pass.
Hello, shall not pass. Absolutely. I did see something. Yes, Paul's right. I thought, Carrick, great player. This job would destroy him. Yep. Well, you're probably right, to be fair. Not really. You obviously did want to touch on that, didn't you? But
yeah, we can talk about it. You know, that's something we need to discuss. And okay,
it's all happening now.
It's fine.
I've started, Jarvis.
No. We can just show this picture and talk about it. You know, it gives me so much inspiration. You see the man in the middle, holding his head in despair because we are doing so well, and you see Omar Potato Head in front of him. Where is Mr. Vitabix? Wilcox is not around
in the picture there,
and they have the 1%er sitting beside him, and I think it's behind him Mr. Edwards.
Mr. Gill.
Yeah. The old.
David Gill. Yeah.
David Gill. Well, you know, when it comes to this, they apparently they had some meetings with investors because we are trying to fund a £2 billion stadium, and the Glazers are involved. It will mean much. It will mean a lot for them, and you know, INEOS are very interested in this because I think this is the main goal. The stadium that will be the legacy in this vanity project for Sir Jim Ratcliffe. I've been dwelling a lot the last couple of days on Ratcliffe's role in all of this, and his for me, I think the biggest problem is I think he wants it too much. He wants to prove to everyone that, you know, he's not just a fantastic businessman, but he can also create legacies with football clubs and being a philanthropist. And I think his ego has no limits, and because he wants this too much, I think he pushes really hard for INEOS to succeed. And I also think he oversteps his boundaries as an owner and investor. I think he puts an awfully lot of pressure on Omar Potato Head and Wilcox Vetabix in all of this. They are corporate men and they understand how the dynamics in business works. So I suspect that they do what Jim tell them. I also know that a guy like Dan Ashworth have worked in the game for so many years that he had the experience to say no, that he understood it wouldn't work. You can't change that much in so little time. You got to take it gradually. And I think that's why Sir Jim called him out and said they had no chemistry because he weren't on Sir Jim's madness. This is just my speculations, you know, but this is how I feel. And everybody, you know, including myself, have been sitting around and saying, Wilcox and Berarda, and they are incompetent and all of this. But I have come to the conclusion that I think they are just company men that understands their role and just do as their boss tells them to do. But I think it's Sir Jim that's the problem. I think he's trying to micromanage and take charge of things he have no competence in understanding the dynamics of a football club. If you go by his business, he's been ruthless, and he's been pushing, and he have had tremendous success with INEOS. He's the wealthiest man in Britain. Well, this is football. You have to have longevity. You have to have. You can't have. You can't have a storm at the football club. You have to have you have to be leveled all the time, especially at the club as Man United. And I think he have rocked the boat too much by doing it his way.
Well, I think the biggest issue for me was Wilcox anyway, because don't forget he came in as a technical director, so he didn't actually come in as a sporting director. And when we removed Ashworth out of the business, we elected not to replace Ashworth and instead promoted Wilcox. And if you listen to reports today, and some of the Carrick has already said that he speaks to Wilcox all the time. So after a training session, Wilcox is saying, "How did it go? What did you work on? What are your tactics for the weekend?" and all that. And it should be, well, just leave me alone to come up with an idea and design a system that I think will beat Manchester City. And then I may tell you after. Wilcox should be away from that kind of thing. Berarda, he's the only one I give a lot of slack to, because he doesn't deal with the football side. He runs the business. He keeps the money turning. That's what a CEO does. So he's across everything. And I think it's been reported, hasn't it, the Glazers are quite disappointed about our financial pull at this moment. We've got no shirt sleeve sponsor. We haven't got a sponsor for Carrington and the training kit. What the fuck's going on? You need to start focusing on that. The football side needs to take care of itself. And then Sir Jim's meddling in between because he just doesn't know football. Yep. He knows fracking, he knows petrochemicals, he knows, all sorts of stuff. He just doesn't know football. And if you are meddling in there with no knowledge of what you're doing, then it's always going to be problematic. The Glazers, whether we like it or not, are brilliant marketeers. That's what they do. They're superb at marketing, spinning, PR, money making. Yeah. They are brilliant at making money. I hate it. It grinds my gears, but they are very good at making money. They're opportunists, the Glazers. They see something, they get it cheap, like a venture capitalist firm, and they develop it until they make it a proper saleable asset. So you've got a variety of different people in different positions that actually don't really know. Probably Berarda is the only one that actually knows what he's doing, but he's always been a CFO rather than a CEO. Yeah. And he was CFO of City Football Group. So he knows the money side, he knows the finance side. And I think that's why we're probably better off financially. Forget the debt, but better off financially. However, it's still a basket case of a club, and it's still got puppets, you've still got muppets, that are dealing with, like I said, certain areas. The smart thing to do is to remove Wilcox with immediate effect, because it doesn't matter. We don't need a sporting director for this next couple of months. We don't need him around. He's more trouble than he's worth by the sounds of it. Remove him. Get him gone. And when
he should be out scouting for managers. That's his job right now.
He shouldn't be anywhere near the club, fully. But yes, his job. He should be out there scouting for managers. But Jarvis, if you're fucking, I don't know, just say you are Ancelotti. We go knocking on the. Ancelotti's going to have an interview with Wilcox. Do me a favour. Well, he's not going to want to deal with that imbecile. I'm not dealing with you. I'll go to Berarda. Wilcox has got to get out of the system. He's got to get out of the club. He's been more of a hindrance than anything in this football club. And we're seeing it now. We knew it, but now we're really beginning to see it. The manager that we're looking at, whoever it is, there's been reports that apparently, it looks like, to be fair, though, it looks like Enrique's probably going to end up at Real Madrid, I would think, isn't it? And probably Alonso will go to PSG. I think that'll be your movement, because it's logical, isn't it, for both? It's good for Alonso. It's good for Enrique. But that doesn't leave. It leaves us such a small pool, Jarvis, for the manager that we need. The pool is tiny. It's maybe 1, 2, 3 at push if you push Ancelotti in there. When Conte won't come. He was already taking the piss at the club today, wasn't he? Yesterday when he was talking about our treatment of Rasmus Højlund.
Yeah, I think that was quite funny how he talked. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I can bring it up. We can show it to the guys. And it came out Conte on Rúben Amorim. He said these young coaches nowadays are arrogant and unwilling to adapt. They see a young striker struggling, Højlund, and instead of training him, they blame him. They always complain and blame everyone but themselves because they're handed everything ready-made. This was Conte's word on the press conference in Italy. So, he had a dig at Rúben Amorim and also Man United. Well, because I think Conte is quite happy by what they have achieved with Rasmus Højlund so far. And
he's had an okay season, hasn't he? I know McTominay got them out of jail again the other night, didn't he, against Inter? Scored a really good goal. But Conte knows how to get players working for him, doesn't he? Because he takes no shit off these idiots, off these players. I'm taking no crap off of you. And I think that's going to be, Tuchel will be the same. Bruno starts crying or whatever, he's going to say, tough, shut up. Same with Mainoo, same with whoever. De Zerbi probably will be the same. I think those De Zerbi's a firecracker. That's my only concern with him. And I think he'll be gone and out the door in 18 months. As good as a manager I think he is, I think he just doesn't sit well with Manchester United. He's too much of a firecracker. Tuchel's probably a bit older now and he's got that calming spirit.
Wow. Conte has my respect. What they did at Spurs, they wouldn't back him the proper way as he wanted. He said, okay, I'll leave.
Yeah, he did. He went. Bumbaye particularly would love Conte and wouldn't he? But at the end of the day, we're not going to get Conte. He's made that clear. Don't bother coming towards me because I've just taken the piss out of you. So don't bother with Conte. We're never going to get Simeone at all. So
no, that's.
So I think our pool of managers, Jarvis, I think is tiny, mate. I think it's 3 at max. And if you allow Wilcox to negotiate this pivotal appointment now, I think you're gonna end up in problems. Because I don't think the manager is going to respect Wilcox.
Shouldn't we just move Wilcox back to technical director and hire a new director of football?
I would get him out of the club, to be honest. I would hire a new director of football, absolutely. It's a new position for us. We haven't had one, have we? Properly. I don't even think Murtaugh was a proper director of football. I don't think we really had one. So, and the one that we did bring in, the specialist, they fucked off after 3 months because he was obviously telling them what they should be doing. They didn't want to do it. They didn't want to know. So, because he apparently warned against Amorim. I don't want Amorim.
Apparently it did. That's the thing, and it bothers me because I think that when Dan Ashwood lost his job, I think it was because of the leadership decided to change direction. I think I think we decided to change direction at that moment. I think we came in with good intentions, but these footballing people asked Dan Ashwood when he talked with Sir Jim and told him the longevity of the project. I think the United hierarchy with Sir Jim Ratcliffe found out that it would take too long, and they wanted it too much. They pushed too hard. That's why they said I think they wanted Ten Hag out in the first place, and someone said to them, okay, but we need to give him a chance. We need to go for longevity. He had all these injuries last season.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So they tried, and then when they sacked Ten Hag, I think Ratcliffe came in and say, okay, I want it my way, and wanted to do it how we wanted in the first place. So I think I believe it was Sir Jim who pushed through, and I think that was a turning point for the club. And I think this is why we are in the place we are now. We had 18 months for nothing. trying this rebuild.
We have, and if we don't get it right again this summer, we're going to have another 18 months. We're going to have the same conversation in 18 months' time. We spoke about it the other day, and we can't have that. So, two things have got to happen. We've got to clear out as much as the first team as possible. Anyway, we all know that. We've spoken about that for the last 2 years. Secondly, you've got to have a manager of real substance, and Ratcliffe's just going to have to take it on the fucking chin.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, he just is. He's just going to have to take it on the chin on whoever you appoint, and if you 100%. Don't. Then, where do we go? So it's been an interesting couple of days, again, listening to all the nonsense that goes on in the media. The good thing for everybody is the F1 season's soft launches at the end of this month. The MotoGP livery launches have already happened. They've already started. So some real sport to kind of get you away from the dullness of Manchester United is around the corner, everybody. So, me and Jarvis can talk about those on the odd occasion if you want us to. Well,
we can.
Yeah, if you want us to, if you like other sports.
Max Verstappen.
Yeah, well, you won't do much this year.
No,
I don't think. If you like other sports and you want us to talk about other sports when things are quite bad with United, talk to us. We always do in other shows and that. So, yeah, let us know.
Golf, anyone?
You can be the lead on golf. I'll be the lead on motorsport. How's that?
Yes, and boxing. That's your thing.
There's golf. No one have a clue. I see Rory McIlroy's crying about something, isn't he? I don't know what, but is this something to do with the race to Dubai or something? He was crying about.
I don't know. I don't follow golf on TV. I just play the game myself, and I watch I watch the big tournaments. Once or twice a year.
Yeah, yes, you do. The NFL talk. I don't know a great deal about NFL, but Sean knows a bit, doesn't he?
Sean is an American, but I have one favorite team, and that's the New England Patriots. Yeah, but I don't know. My first time in the States, I went to Boston. I had a friend there. I stayed over with him for a couple of weeks. We went skiing up in Maine. It's on the border to Alaska, and we went to we lived in Boston. We had a lot of fun. We went out. We went to Boston Bruins NHL hockey games, and we went around and watched all the stadiums and all that. So basically, when it comes to me and American sport, I like the Boston Bruins. I like New England Patriots. I like Boston Celtics and Boston Red Sox. So
bloody hell! So you're a Boston dude.
Yeah, I don't know why, but something with it, like if the first football shirt you get in a present when you're young, that's most likely your favorite football team. That's just the way it is.
Do you know, I was given, so I'm and actually, let me stress this. I was given a Washington Redskins because we've got some family in the States. And
they're not called the Redskins anymore.
No, they're called the Commanders, apparently.
Yeah.
But apparently, which is shocking, it's to do with wokeness, political correctness, isn't it? They couldn't. Anyway, the Washington Commanders. But I don't know enough about the NFL to really be able to speak about it. So
yeah.
It's always one. It's one of those. Paul Tobin's asked us a question which I've starred. It's about the 2-year managerial product. We can perhaps go about it a bit later on.
Can you just do a couple of comments?
Yes. Is that young Philip? Sorry, we are parents as well, as you well know. Let's see what we've got. Paul says golf and F1 are sports of billionaire scum. That is true. They are. You've got to be very wealthy to be involved in those. What else have we got? Patriots, I think Ryland's talking about, are really good this year. And the Madness says, do you think United sponsors are considering their options? Probably not, purely and simply because as a brand go, Manchester United's brand value is still tier 1, probably one of the biggest brands still in the world. So no, if you're associated with Manchester United, you are guaranteed to make money. In fact, I did read somewhere that I mean, this is a very, very small story, but Darren Fletcher, the commentator of TalkSport or football, apparently gained about 100,000 followers or something like that overnight because they thought he was Darren Fletcher, the Manchester United manager or interim manager. And he tells you that story. Yeah, it was a ridiculous amount of followers overnight because they thought it was him. Crazy, and that's how it is. So Manchester United just does that. What have we got here? Stu, I'm surprised Linsell trainers fucked off and left us. What Jamie, am I missing something on that? Because I'm not quite sure.
Women's team. It's a women's team.
Is that to do with?
I'm not sure either. I don't know enough about it.
You might
I see boxing straight talk is in the house. Big up boxing. I hope you're well.
Boxing?
And we had a question about curling. I think it was Jules who asked me if I play curling, and someone said Stu and Jarvis should play curling.
Curling.
Yeah, curling.
Oh,
you know curling. Curling, yeah.
It's got the stones, isn't it? And you get the broom. Yeah. And you get the broom. Now, there's a funny thing about curling because apparently on one of your feet you have a gripper, don't you? And on the other you don't, or something like that. So the one that you
one slipper shoe and one with
doesn't have the grip. That slides you down, and the other one has the grip for the tracks in it. It's quite interesting. I would love to have a go at curling. We're very good. It's our main investor. Is that VC? Is it VC? I presume venture capitalist. I've not heard of it. I must admit, I don't look at him investing in us, Jamie. It sends me red. To be honest, with anger. But I would like to. One Winter Olympic sport. There's one I really want to have a go at.
Curling.
No, it's a bit quicker than that.
Bobsleigh.
Yes, I'd love to have a go on bobsledding. God, I don't know why. I just love to be in the middle seat in a bobsled. I would fucking love it. Love it. I'd love to have a go at that. What about you?
Well, I live in Norway. We are a Winter Olympic nation, and
you'd be brilliant. You would be brilliant at the skiing and the shooting. The biathlon. Yeah, you'd be good at that. I reckon you'd be ace at that.
Well, that's one of the sports I've never tried. This biathlon. I know how to handle a gun and all of this, but I was never a skier. For me, hockey was my thing. Playing hockey, as team sports are so much better than individual sports. For me, I've always been a team sport type of guy. Playing hockey, football. We have something called the bandy. That's also almost the same as hockey, but it's played with a ball. And actually on an ice, full football pitch, 11 against 11. Bandy, yeah. Okay. Not indoor hockey, but bandy.
Okay, well, I've not heard that one. But
no, I don't even think it's in the Olympic sport.
Well, the Olympics starts, doesn't it? February 2nd or February 1st or something like that in Italy. I love the Olympics, Winter Olympics in particular. Absolutely amazing. But bobsleigh, I'd just love to have a go at that. I don't know why. I just, quite like it.
I think you're built just in the right way.
Probably, and I'm an idiot.
You're built for speed.
Yes, I'm an idiot. So, by all accounts, you've got to be a bit tapped to go down. Because apparently, I mean, they reach.
You go like
speeds. You got like
100 miles an hour. 140, 50 kilometers, almost like
something along those lines. Yeah, it's rapid, and you steer by two like wires. That's how you steer, isn't it? It's crazy.
And you have the skeleton when you go forward with your head first.
Yeah, well, you steer with your shoulders, so you steer like that. Can you imagine having to? Wow, it's unbelievable. God, sorry, Paul. We always go off piste, and we have a lot of fun talking about everything. So you'll see we go off piste a lot all the time. The speed skating, nasty. If you crash speed skating, apparently it's a bit nasty.
Yeah,
but yeah, by all accounts,
speed skating. I like speed skating. Yes, it's funny.
That's quite
it's
speedy,
very,
right?
very intense. Very intense.
Yes, very.
It's like old time like roller thingy
Jules
they
has
used to
nailed it.
show on TV.
Yeah, rollerblading. Giles has
Yeah,
nailed it. Jules has nailed it. Off piste, very
Mm,
top of it.
off piste, off
Absolutely.
piste. Let's get back to
Football.
football. I have one more news to talk about before we go to the
Is it
tactical
funny?
board and talk about something else. It's Casemiro and why Manchester United could be forced to extend Casemiro's contract. Do you
Why
know the
could?
reason?
No, I don't. Why?
Apparently, if he plays 35 games this season,
Oh,
United
right.
could be forced to extend the Casemiro's contract. And if we play the remainder of the games this season, the contract will be triggered. So then he will get an extension.
You know, well, look, we've always said, haven't we, if you trigger his extension, you're going to get some kind of value from him.
Yeah.
So would it be that bad if we extended his contract? Probably not. So I did say to you, actually, in the summer, I thought we would extend his contract anyway. But if we're forced to, we're forced to. At the moment, would you take him out the side? That's the question. Would you take him out the side for Agate? Would you take him out the side for Mainu?
No.
Well, in that case, we're going to end up
Not now, but he's not getting any younger. That's the issue.
Would you take him out? Would you take him out the team for Loftus-Cheek?
No. I wouldn't take Loftus-Cheek in the team.
We're talking about the mighty Loftus-Cheek here.
Yeah, I know, but the mighty Cheek can kick off.
The mighty Cheek. I like that one. That's funny. That is. I like the mighty Cheek.
So yeah, but I find it interesting. But my problem with Casemiro is I see his legs. He's losing his pace.
60 minutes,
he's getting slower and slower, and he's doing his best. He slims down. I think he's very serious. He trains hard, and he's putting in 100% effort. So I have nothing to say about Casemiro that's negative, other than he's getting slower and older, and that's just the natural way of life.
Yeah.
So I think when it's time. You shouldn't force it. Try to push it further, because for me he won't get any better. He will only decline. So I think it's time, and we should be happy that he's at his peak right now.
Yeah, but we haven't got speed around him, though, Jarvis. If you had a bit of speed around him, a bit of athleticism around him, he probably could survive longer. But we haven't got that. So that's it. And I think Jamie's right. We played him that much. He ain't, and he's right. But we've had to play him, haven't we? That's our issue. We've had no choice. We've had to play him. So. Yeah, it's one of those. And Stratford Elite also makes a point. If you move Casemiro on, you've got to get a further midfielder in. So it's not just two you're looking at. You're looking at 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, but I said it all the way. I think we need 3 midfielders at least.
Yeah, but surely the mighty Loftus-Cheek, he counts for 2.
We have Loftus and Cheek.
Yeah. Oh dear, you gotta have a laugh at that one, haven't you? Because honestly, if that was serious, you would kind of throat, wouldn't you?
Let's just stop it.
Anyway, come on, let's carry on. Should we look at the game? Should we look at the game?
So first of all, we are up against Manchester City, and we can go by the predicted lineups and look at Manchester City first. So the predicted lineup for tomorrow's game, because they have a lot of injuries, especially when it comes to their defense. And if you see here, they have Donnarumma in goal. That's okay. He's a good goalkeeper. They have Mateus Nunes, Kusanov, Aleni. Is that his name? Aleni?
Alanya.
Alanya? Yeah, maybe. Max Alane. I'll call him Alane. And they have Nico O'Reilly as left back.
Yeah.
Rodri, they have Silva, Foden, Reinders, Semenyo. I think Doko will play, but Semenyo is in the predicted lineup, and Haaland on top. But the defense is their weakness at the moment. I would say they have a weak back line.
Yeah,
it's not Arsenal.
We can get at them. I think Semenyo will play over Doku. Actually, I think he'll start Semenyo, Foden, Silva. Foden or Cherky, because I think Cherky is their best player at the moment by far. And it would be, you've either got to pick Cherky over Foden or Reinders, or maybe even Silva. Cherky's the one I can't believe is, and then that's starting 11.
Silva always starts the big games.
Always does. So I think Cherky starts, and I think you'll put Cherky will be in place then of Foden or Reinders. Although Reinders has been scoring recently, hasn't he? He's got a couple of goals just recently. You're absolutely right. We can get at them at the back. No two ways about it. I think Sesko's in a really good place at the moment, in a bit of form. And I think ultimately, I think there's goals in it for us, Jarvis. Strange as it seems, guys, I think it's going to be a scoring game. I definitely think we'll get on the score sheet, 100%. Can we stop Semenyo, Cherky, if he plays, Jarvis, if he starts, and Haaland? Can we stop those three? Now, we talk about, if you remember, we spoke about the Leeds game. It wasn't a game to bring on the young Tyler Fletcher, for example.
Yeah.
It wasn't that game. It's not a game for heaven. Unfortunately.
Okay.
It's a game for Maguire. You've got to match up power with power. Now, whether we like Maguire or not, I do. He's a strong defender. He will go and try and deal with Haaland. I'm not saying he'll stop Haaland, by the way. But he's the one that you've got to match up with Haaland. Because I think you'll agree with me, pal, he's going to play a back four. Well, let's have a look at our predicted 11.
Well, if we go by FootMob, this is our predicted 11. So we have Lamens in goal, Dalot, Heaven, Martinez, and Luke Shaw, and Casemiro, Mainu, Mbumo, Fernandes, Cunha, and Sesko. So,
right, I don't buy Heaven. I think Heaven's out, Maguire's in. Dalot, I agree with, unfortunately. I think also agree that Ahmad misses out. I think it'll be. See you, Jules. Are you live? Jules, if you're live, just let us know before you go, and then depending on what time we're done, Jarvis might be able to redirect to you. But let us know if you're live. Mainu, that was going to be our main discussion point, really, wasn't it? I think.
No, well, I don't like the balance of this team, the predicted 11. But we can bring up the tactical board, and I can show you my thoughts when it comes to this game. Okay, so I think this is mainly the default. You have Cunha on one side, you have Mbumo on the other side. A lot of people have mentioned Ahmad to play on the right and Mbumo on the left. Drop Cunha. There's always options.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Originally I was going to go with Martinez and Casemiro in the midfield as a double pivot, and I would go with Mainu and Bruno in front of them, and for this midfield four to actually go into a diamond, if you get me. So something like this, and Bruno would operate almost like a half of a midfielder when defending, and the false nine when attacking. And when it came to the defense, I would go with Maguire, Heaven, and Dalot. Dalot is here, so something like this. This was my original thought. So I can set it up and I will show it. So like this, and play with Cunha and Mbumo on each flank, and when we attack, put Bruno and do something like this and go with the diamond. So a 4 diamond 2 with wide wingers. And when we defend, always stay compact.
Keep speaking, I will listen.
Yeah. So when we defend, always stay compact, fall down into the box midfield again with Bruno, and have Cunha and Mbeumo as our outlets, and try to hit him on the break whenever we could. So almost like a 4-2-2.
Yeah.
So for me, I think this was my original plan. But when I saw the team that Manchester City actually are playing, I think we can't just let him run over us. I think they have a weak defense, and there is something for us to exploit.
Yeah.
So then again, I changed my plan. I dropped Heaven. I put Martinez as centre back. I play with Casemiro as the single number 6. I would go with Bruno and Mainu in the midfield. I would play with Cunha on the right, and Mbeumo on the left, and Sesko as a striker. My only little tweak here is I don't trust Dalot. And I know a lot of people will play Dalot, but I would actually play Ahmad as a right back. Because when we attack, we can actually double up, as we know. And this is a pattern we know with Mbeumo and Ahmad. And we have almost a back 3, so we can go with the rest defense. We have Casemiro and Mainu could hold. So we will have 5 guys in the rest defense, and we will attack with Sesko, Bruno, Cunha, Mbeumo, and Ahmad. And I actually think Ahmad can do the right back role, because mainly in this team, we will sit back, we will be solid, we will be compact. The only thing is when you are up against, for example, Doku 1-against-1. But Ahmad is a quite good 1-on-1 defender. His problems is defending the back post and stuff like that. But if you play with the play like Maguire in the middle, I think we can deal with it. So I don't know, Stu. My thoughts is play Ahmad on the right back, and I don't know. People will slate me in the chat right now, but this is how I feel, because I think we could go harder against this Manchester City team because they have a weak back 4.
So I'm going to tweak it a little bit. I'm going to take Ahmad out of right back, and I would like Yoro at right back over Dalot because he's more athletic.
Okay.
So I put Yoro right back. I think he's and I want height apart from Martinez. I want a little bit of height in there. The Shaw's
okay. So yeah, okay.
So I want to. I know.
Yeah, but they have Silva, Foden, Reinders.
Exactly. They're not the biggest at all. There's only Haaland, but I want a little bit of height in there. Okay. Secondly, Kobe mainly comes out for me. I want to play the single 6, which is Casemiro.
Mm-hmm.
I want to move Cunha in alongside Bruno. That's it. And Ahmad onto the left. Or Dorgu. I'm torn between Ahmad and Dorgu, to be honest.
So Ahmad on the left and then Mbeumo on the...
I'm torn between Ahmad and Dorgu. I've been flipping about it all day. What would I do? Would I do Dorgu? And then if I was going to do Dorgu comes over to the right and Mbeumo goes to the left. And Ahmad sticks out. So I'm going to go with that at the minute. Cunha is playing deep. He plays deep all the time. So having him as an 8 is no big deal. He runs that quadrant anyway. He
walks a lot and is not aware when it comes to following, because City will play with basically 3 number 10s that will roam and move position all the time. So we got to be defensively aware.
Yeah, but he plays as a 10. So now I'm putting him as an 8. So I'm putting him as an 8 to do that job. So he has to be aware. When you're playing as a 10, he's not necessary. It's not his role, is it? But I want him as an 8.
So in when City has the ball and we press down, you would go something like this.
Exactly right. That's where I want Cunha.
So we defend.
That's exactly how I want it. And then Sesko stays where he is. You know me, Jarvis. Stay fucking there. Don't come into our half. Don't encroach into our half. Because if you do,
the main issue,
if you drop back, then you're going to allow Rodri to push up. You can allow their 2 centre halves to push up and get into our half. Sesko staying there stops it.
But you see the main issue.
There is no issue. There is no issue with that because Casemiro comes in between Haaland and Foden. and you push Conte in between. So it's the movement of our midfield, not their midfield.
But you see this area that I've circled, if you count.
Yeah, but it's the movement of our midfield, Jarvis.
But
We're
you
saying,
count.
yeah, but we're saying
is Cunha dropping down? So Cunha is going to track one of the tens.
No, Casemiro comes in between Foden and Haaland. Cunha drops in where you've got Casemiro. It's up to us to do the movement. Our problem is right now at Manchester United, we worry all the time about the opposition instead of bothering about ourselves. We've got to. The best way to win football matches is to worry about yourself. You know, if Foden goes in and gets in between Haaland and Martinez, then that's our fault. That's the players out on that pitch's fault. This is why I get so frustrated with our team all the time. I get frustrated with it. So,
but you know, to the simple movement. You know, they wait with Toby, hold his space and stretch the defense.
But I wouldn't push out Ojaro.
Yeah, but let's say we're higher up the pitch. Then we're not in our 18 yard. Let's say we are up here then. So when I'm explaining this, so a lot of the time I'm just explaining a movement that I see. So they drag players out of position, and when the number 8s, they move first up, and then they drop down to receive the ball. And when they drop down, the other 10 goes into that area, that pocket that they just vacated. So this is the movement. It's not that complex. They stretch out, put one player in that, pushes into that area first, and then it drops down, and another one goes in. So us man marking.
Because where we got Yoro there, we're not communicating because ideally, and Bumo's there. You're going to have to, the way that we're playing, you're going to have to allow somebody like O'Reilly to have space. But he can have the space there because he's going to walk into a brick wall. That's supposed to be how we're supposed to play. But you're right, we don't play that way. We're too gung-ho, we're too maverick when we don't have the ball. But with Casemiro in between Foden and Reinders and Haaland, which is where we should be, and you've got Cunha placed in between Reinders and Silva. Hey, Vicky, darling. And then you've got Ahmad pushing back as well. We should be in a nice position. So if they are going to try and run us, we should be able to cope with that. We should be able to cope with any overload that they push on us. It's because we don't, because we're lazy. That's our biggest problem. We're lazy. And that's why I want Sesko all the time where he is. Don't move. Don't come in. Occupy somebody. Occupy one of them. Maybe occupy two of them. Get your movement. Don't stand there waiting for the ball to come. You move right or left for the ball to come to you. Give them an option. But we don't do it. Unfortunately, we don't do it. So
yeah. I get what you're saying, Stu, but my biggest worry is the space in midfield, because you have all of these guys, as I talked about, you have the 3 10s. And they like to shift positions. They like to go. Sometimes you have 2 deep and 1 high. Sometimes you have 1 deep and 2 high, and they interchange from one side to the other. So it's almost like a dance how they move. But there is a pattern behind the madness. It's not just random.
But with Casemiro, then I'm just holding where Reinders is. I'm just going to stay. If that's happening in and around me, I'm sitting there. And I'm saying to Bruno and Cunha.
Mainly, we have to do something. We have to stay super compact. We just need to do something like this.
That's exactly
have no width and just like.
That's exactly right. And we can do it. And we can do it, pal. What you've just demonstrated there is absolutely right. I always talk about circular motion, don't I? I always talk about, that. You get Casemiro. Casemiro is then saying to Cunha, Foden, Bruno, Reinders, I'll pick up Silva, or whoever it is, within that period. I'm picking him up. If he comes into your quadrant, pass your man on to me. I will crisscross you, and I will stay with Foden, or you pass Foden on to me, whoever's marking who. It isn't difficult, but we don't do it. And the reason why we don't do it? And if you grab hold of number 8, that's the reason. which you, my old mates, have pointed out. I've lost count how many times you pointed out that. I think Collyer can be disciplined if you put him into a position where he has to be disciplined. I agree with you. When he's out on a 10, he loses his kind of surrounding.
Defensive awareness.
He does. He did.
Yeah.
But I think if you pushed him into a position where he's got no choice, he can tackle. You know, he's aggressive, and he could see you later, Bilal, dude, and he could hopefully stop them playing. But I agree with you. That's why I want the single point, which is Casemiro. Casemiro should be the one to then say to Bruno, say to Cunha, say to Mbeumo, say to Ahmad, this is where I need you and I want you. But he doesn't do it, and we don't do that, by the way, Jarvis. And what will happen is, you are probably right. We'll probably get rings run around us because we're too maverick at that particular time.
But if you see, let's say if we drop a player like Sesko and we play Cunha and Mbeumo on each side wide, and we just almost just leave them there.
Won't work, will it?
And we play in a. We need one more guy. So let's say where's Manu? There's Manu.
Yeah.
So we have Manu here in this midfield. We have a box of 4. So I always talk about the box, and because against Manchester City in the FA Cup final, we played with a box.
We did.
And it's very solid. It's very solid. Sometimes you can stretch the box out. Sometimes you need to go in. You know, it's not that hard. It's easy to play in a box, and you're always safe. And there's no space to play. You can't put the player in between here. You know, there's no way for him to go. Every direction is covered. So we wouldn't help.
But you can't trust Manu. Unfortunately, right now in the position that we're in, you can't trust him to do that and be that disciplined and affect the game that we need him to affect. Just can't do it. So that's why, for me, Manu was never a starter.
We could go, for example, with Ugarte, Casemiro, Bruno, and Manu for the box midfield all the time, and you know, Bruno as the one of the higher one on the left hand side. And when let's say Martinez just hoofs the ball high to Mbeumo and we are on a counter attack, Bruno will be there.
Now you're talking. Okay, on the counter attack element of the game, I totally agree with you. O'Reilly is going to be a problem for Mbeumo. Mbeumo is going to be an issue for O'Reilly.
Yeah,
and I agree. Cunha with Núñez, I agree totally, because last time Núñez played right back for them, Ahmad destroyed him, didn't he? He got those 2 goals, didn't he? The penalty, that was Núñez on Ahmad. Was that right?
I can't remember.
You know, the penalty in the 2-1 win where Ahmad scored the second. I'm sure Núñez was playing right back at the time.
Yeah, Núñez was playing right back. Yeah.
So I think that was the case. So I agree with you on that one, but I don't think it mainly right now is equipped to play in the middle. That's my only reservation, to be honest.
And also why I would like Cunha up here, because Cunha, you know, it's not always about counter-attack, but it's always also about getting a breather. So if you give it to Cunha, he's strong enough to hold up the ball, and then we can move up.
Yes.
Because Cunha, you know, he's very good with his back against the goal. He can dribble. He can hold off 1 man, 2 man. He doesn't have a problem. And he can easily get a free kick and just give us a breather so we can move the team up again.
Well,
so
the reason
this is why I won't drop Cunha for this game.
Yeah, it's the reason I want Cunha in the 8. That's the reason I want Cunha in the 8 is for that. Not for him to be able to take the ball, but to grab it where we need it grabbed in our third and travel with it. I want him to push us out with the ball. But there's 2 ways of Cunha, isn't there? There's that way, which we saw him do for Wolves. He scored that goal against, didn't he, if I'm not mistaken, taking it from deep, ran it. But he's also good, as you correctly say. And that's why I don't think Manu. If Manu could do what Cunha did, and you give us the outlet, so you have a Manu and a Cunha, that'd be brilliant. I think your system will work brilliantly with that. But I see the need for Cunha to bring it deep and run with it.
Yeah, but also that this is why I have Menu in that team, because Menu is very good in tight spaces. He's a dribbler.
He was.
It's not just about tracking your runner all the time. It's also about what to do with the ball when you have it. He's very good holding off his man, shielding the ball, and turning with it. So he can also give us a breather down the pitch, not just high up the pitch as Cunha can. So then you have two guys who can actually be a little bit of a breather. It can give you 2-3 seconds with the ball in possession, not just losing it all the time. Because we all know, for example, a player like Ugarte, also a player like Casemiro, under pressure, you have 3 number 10s surrounding you, counter pressing high. They will just hoof it. They will just hoof it or lose it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd always go for I think Manu was good at that, but I haven't seen it since he's been back.
No, I saw some tendencies in the last game. He did
I
it
think
a
this is
couple
too
of
big a
times.
game. This is too big a game for him at his current state, which is ridiculous, by the way. When we're talking about a FA Cup final goal scorer, we're talking about a Euro final starter 2 years ago. It's ridiculous what I'm saying. I get it.
And the drop off is
even though
unreal.
I can hear myself saying it, Jarvis. I'm thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? But I think it'd be a problem for us. I think it'd be too much of a passenger. So it's a risk. My formation's a risk. The way that I would like to play is a risk, but I think it would give us more penetration and stronger tackling within the middle three with Cunha in there rather than Manu. But hey, look, pal, he ain't going to do that. Let's be clear. By the way,
well, we don't know. That's the thing. We don't know what Carrick is going to do. We just assume he will play like a possession-based mid-block type of football in a 4-2-3-1. But I don't know how he reacts, because we got to remember he played under Ollie. We played these big games again and again, and they came up with so many creative solutions against big teams. You got to remember, Ollie, he beat and Carrick. They beat Pep 3 times in the first full season.
Oh, Vicky,
that's quite an achievement.
Vicky, my darling, that is absolutely. She needs the big tune.
Let's play.
She needs the drums. She needs the lot. Vicky, thank you, my darling. Vicky says, by the way, she's been a member for 5 months also as well. So thank you very much for that, darling. It's all about getting a goal quickly. The problem is United needs time to understand their formation. Yeah, she's not wrong. She's right.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Carrick, he had three trainings, and he blew their mind.
But don't forget, he blew their mind. Yes, it's Carrick. He's a mind blower. Yeah, interesting. She's absolutely you're not late tonight, my darling. This is absolutely brilliant. What I like about your formation then is, and I understand the Kobe conundrum, because it is a conundrum, isn't it? I mean, 2 years ago, Jarvis, he would have been in there, wouldn't he? No questions. I don't know whether Carrick might not risk him, but your Ahmad at right back is the eye opener for me.
Yeah,
well, I disagree with it. I think
I'm a little bit surprised you weren't talking more about that, because I think it's unconventional playing Ahmad, and everybody thinks Ahmad is. No one has mentioned it. Yes, well, we have seemed to forgot, but he's actually played as a right back for 18 months.
Yes, so the reason
going into attack.
Yeah, the reason I didn't bring it up or mention it is because it's bold. It's bold. So he has played deep, an attacking depth, hasn't he? And he has got a bit of strength, and he's got a bit of this, he's got a bit of that. But actually, when you start, we were talking about Cunha. You made a point about Cunha's his vision, etc., and his defensive inabilities. And I said, well, look, if he's disciplined, he's got to be in that position to be disciplined. I think he'll win the tackle that we need him to. Maybe Ahmad hasn't, although he's played as a right back, he's not actually started as a right back, has he? So it would be an interesting I'd be really interested to see how he handled the start of the right back, where he knows he's got to be relatively disciplined. Interesting. What did everybody say about it, by the way? What did people
No, but
say?
I think you have so many. When you imagine when you play out from back,
Yes.
you split your centre backs, you push your wing backs up high, or your full backs up high, and if Ahmad receives the ball in that position, it will be home run. It's where he thrives.
Yes.
So you have so many, but the problem is, as I said, on crosses, but City never cross. They seldomly cross.
No, they try and find
It's not a problem, and it's more about one-to-one defending against the dribbler like Doku or Semenyo or whoever, Cherky or whoever plays on the wing.
I can't believe they're not putting Cherky in.
And as a one-to-one defender, he has quick feet. He's actually quite good winning the ball, intercepting the ball, and all of this. So, for me, it's mainly because I don't trust Dallo. I know if we play Dallo, it will be another Dallo masterclass, and I don't trust Dorgu on that role.
The lovely Grace Sheridan has got your effigy out right now, Jarvis, and she's got the knife ready.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Grace.
I'm really interested. I'm intrigued. I mean, me and you sit here and we pick our team all the time, and what we do, guys, we pick a team that we think is better suited to the opposition. So rarely do me and Jarvis pick the same team, and
Never.
rarely do we
Never.
We never pick the same team, and we all surprise each other. Because let's be honest, you didn't see Cunha as an 8 tonight, did you?
No, no.
I didn't see him, and I didn't see him as a right back, but. We don't do it to be controversial. We pick it to what we think would be the best way to combat the opposition. And it's going to be a real hard, tough old game tomorrow. I don't think any of us are looking forward to it, if we're being honest. It's going to go two ways for me, my old mate. We're either going to sneak a win or we're going to get humiliated. I don't think there's an. I don't think
so either 1-0 to us or 5-0 to City.
Something like that. I don't see a middle ground. Do you? Do you see anywhere where we could get a draw? I think we score, by the way. So I'm more. We sneak.
For once, I'm so insecure about what Carrick will come with in a game like this.
So am I. I'm worried about this.
He could go out and I fear that he will think like Fletcher and like go on with a naive 4-2-3-1 and just play the old way. Let's just give it a go and try to attack.
Bothers me. Yes.
If he comes with this, he will be found out. Pep will school him, and we will learn the hard way. I hope he has evolved as a coach. He's been a manager in the championship. He have to have had some experiences and learned. So again, I just hope he has a trick or two up his sleeve and can do something out of the ordinary that Pep didn't expect. I think Ole did this a lot of the time. He played in ways Pep didn't expect.
So did Eric Ten Hag.
Yes.
Remember that game we beat them 2-1, and I said to you, and I was joking, wasn't I? I said to you, we played differently, completely different the first half, and Pep was crying, having a go at the ref. Tell him to stop. They can't play like that. I haven't set up for that. That's not fair. And we scored, and Ten Hag scored Pep Guardiola twice. Ollie did it 4 times. Didn't it?
3 times the first full season, yes.
I'll never forget that goal, that throw from Henderson out to Shaw. Shaw into, I think it was Bruno or Martial, gets the ball back and he scores. What a fucking goal that was. The other thing, guys, that we should mention, we've got a more experienced, Lamans wasn't in between the posts, was he, last time we played City?
No.
Bayindia.
Yeah.
Bayindia. We've got a better goalkeeper, and we've got a more trustworthy goalkeeper stroke central defender. So that's where I think we'll either win just, by the odd goal, or I think we could get a kick in. So I'm with you on that one. I don't want Carrick to be naive. I want him to be a
set up a very balanced, structured team.
that Guardiola doesn't even know. And the funny thing is, Jarvis, we both picked 2 players, 1 player each, in different positions that don't normally play to flummox the opposition. That's about flummoxing, and that's the only reason I was worried. Would I go with Dorgo on the right, who I think's been superb on the right, and put Mbeumo left, and then you drop in Ahmad on my team, or it's Mbeumo and Ahmad?
Yeah.
Really interesting.
But Stu, okay, so if you were Carrick tomorrow and you knew what Carrick was going to pick, so how do you suspect Carrick to pick this team? Because we have had your team and my team. So
now, what do we think he'll do?
Yeah. So obviously Dalot needs to start right back.
Dalot at right back.
Maguire is back.
I still think he goes with Maguire. I do. I do. I still think he goes with Martinez and Shaw.
Yeah.
I agree with Casemiro. I agree with Agate, Bruno, and Bruno, Sesko. So basically all of that apart from Sesko in. And
so we have Sesko, but no Ahmad in his team.
No. I know why you go in Sesko, because me and you both think the same on that one. Get at those 2 at the back.
He's an informed player.
Bully them. Get at them and bully them. Donnarumma was prone to the mistake this year, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know. So
there is something for us to exploit. Yeah.
I think that's what he'll play, and I don't like it.
What other options do we have? He can play Dorgu. Dorgu can play on both fullbacks. He can play left, right. Do we know if Luke Shaw is back for this game?
Shaw's 100%. Back. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
Did he say so in the press conference?
We've got, I think, is isn't it? If you go onto that website, isn't it just De Ligt? Isn't he the only injury?
Yeah, and even De Ligt, there were some. He said that he will be back soon.
Vicky, stop spending money with us. You absolute legend. Thank you so much. You Vicky, tell her off, Jarvis. Tell her off.
Carrington, what are you saying to staff?
Yes, that's what she said. When they're in at Carrington, what they said.
Okay. Yeah.
But give her a rollicking first for spending money.
We can do this one. Super chat.
You're going to have to change those slots in Amorim. Vicky's now, by the way, throwing up at the fact she's just seen another picture of Amorim, bless her. And to make matters worse, to have Slot there as well. Jesus. Oh, that's...
Yeah. Arnie.
Yeah, it would be interesting because obviously the meeting was at Carrington. What did they say to the staff? Did they go around and, and tell the staff, look, we've got a plan. This is what we're going to be doing, or what? I mean, I don't trust them to have done that, and I don't trust Carrington to. If you was a member of staff, come on, what are you saying?
Coaching staff for Carrick or staff at Old Trafford?
Well, what would you say if you're in the dressing room, Jarvis? Just before we go to the scores, what we
if I was there yesterday and I saw Joe Glazer and Avram ponytail Glazer, I would take out my scissor and cut off his ponytail. First of all, it looks silly.
Yes,
and the guy, they are the worst that ever happened to Man United, and someone should tell them off. That's just my thoughts. But no.
What would you be saying to them just before they went out?
To the players?
Yeah.
I would remind them that what Man United are about, and I would tell them to go into that game and with courage, because you have to have courage every time you have the ball. Don't be afraid. And if you do right, if you can do something with the ball, or at least you try, I know the crowd will cheer you on. They want to see something, they want to see you try. But if you go scared and you hoof the ball, it's a hot potato, and you give it away easily without trying, the crowd would lose its patience. And I think it's a lot about courage. You have to have the right mentality going out on that pitch. We have seen Jay Lacey coming in a couple of times, and he has the right mentality, the Man United player mentality. And I think a lot of these players don't have it. I don't know why. We heard, for example, Dogu talk about confidence issues. I don't know if it was Amorim, or if it's the leadership, the board is putting too much pressure, or us as fans. But you got to be able to handle that pressure, and you got to find a way to be in attacking position. In your mindset, you can't be defensive. You can't go out there and be afraid of making errors and doing something wrong. You got to go out there and enjoy yourself, and looking forward to the first time you nutmeg Haaland, because the crowd will go wild. It's all about this, having the right mindset. So basically, I think my speech to the players would be about this subject.
Yeah, I would use courage and conviction. Yeah, absolutely. But I would remind them, whatever you do, don't come off that pitch with any regrets. I don't want you, you missed a tackle. Don't regret that missed tackle. You missed that chance. You can't come off the pitch with any regrets. When you get the ball, keep it tight, use it cleanly, move 5 yards here, move 10 yards there, always step back into your zone, but don't come off that pitch without any regrets. Take the ball, want the ball, use the ball. That's all I'd say. Vicky said she's talking about the just the general staff. If he was the kit man or the groundsman, what you're saying, a water boy, how would they talk, that type of thing. And I think what she's thinking is Sir Alex in particular, and Brian Clough in particular, they were the most important people in the football club. The kit man, the grounds person, the drinks guy. They were the most important people, not the players, not the manager, but them. And they probably did, they don't feel, I would imagine what she's asking is those players, those people don't feel warranted, they don't feel wanted at the club anymore. The club has lost its soul, lost its family atmosphere. And you need to get these people back on side. You need these people to feel, valued again. I don't think they do. It's a good question, actually, Rick. I quite like that, because we never think about these young heroes, the peripheral people. They've got a really important job to do. We don't really think about it a lot. So, interesting. That's a
interesting. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
He does wear a mankini underneath, actually. Yeah, my kit man. When I go into the changing room and I got my number 8 hanging up, I don't wear an undershirt, Trev, as you well know. I wear a mankini under it. So I got my mankini, and then I put my kit over that, shorts and shin pads and that. So I've got a black mankini, actually, for the because you're not allowed to wear different colours. You're not allowed to wear bright colours under your shirts or anything like that. You've got to wear a neutral colour, black or white or red, whatever the colour your top is. So I go with a black mankini, Trev. Pretty comfortable.
It's comfortable. Oh, Steve.
Trev's probably crying at that point. Oh dear. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Can you imagine it walking? Fuck. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
The most important thing is, guys, we've just got to try and look forward to tomorrow's game. You know, I go into every game thinking I'm going to win. I go into it does ride a little high, Trev. It does. It squeezes a bit. It does. It does. Sorry, Vic. Vicky's now throwing up on the Mankini bit as well. It does squeeze a little bit, Trev. But no, you know, I look forward to every game that Manchester United play. I still do. Always have done. Looking forward to every game I play when I'm training, kicking about, playing a league game, a cup match, or whatever. I always get excited. I'd love for the players to go to Old Trafford tomorrow with that 5-year-old excitement in them and go out there and put on a real fucking show. What are we going to do score-wise, pal? Oh, dear. Dear. Get your scores in, gents and ladies. Tell us what you think. Fuck it, I don't know.
Stu, I just want to show you one pattern for tomorrow. I saw a tactical guy talk about this and what we can expect when City play with the 3-10s. They usually play a 4-1-4-1, but when they start playing out from the back, they usually go to the right first, play 1 or 2 touches, including Núñez, and when they go back to the right centre back, Núñez pushes up high, same height as Doku, and then they usually use the central centre back or the goalkeeper and go out to the left back. And in this instance, you know, Mbumo, who has Doku, needs to push up and cover this passing lane. Oh, let me just get to this one and cover this passing lane. Bruno will have to take out Rodri, Ugarte, and Reinders. So as soon as this guy gets the ball, the left side, number 10, pushes up high. And when they hold the ball, he drops down again and creates this space. And when they do, the other number 10 moves up. So, you know, they have this back and forward movement all the time. I know it's complicated, but it's not that complicated. It's basically we do this all the time. You play football yourself. When you see players vacate room, you move yourself into that space.
But it's quite an easy kill switch to that, though, pal.
Well, but they do this quite effectively. They have created so many times because you move up, you follow, and you drop down, he follows. Yeah. Moves up, and then you play the ball.
There's a kill switch to that, and it's Sesko. Sesko's the kill switch. If you look at the way,
you got to remember, Sesko will always have to cut the passing lane to the centre back.
Yeah, but
because you want to cut the pitch.
Yeah, but we're saying, right, that we know that he always starts at or he goes out to the right side of centre back. So Sesko positions himself to the left. Slightly to the left, as we're looking at, to the left. So if that ball does go into Kuzanov, Sesko can cut that out, or it's other side. It'd be the other side.
Yeah. Okay. So here.
Yeah. So, but Sesko's that side. So then Kuzanov's got to make a decision. Then what do you do? Just stay there. If he knows that's happening, stay there.
Yeah, but they use this one or they use this pass. So it's a way to transport.
Yeah, but that's absolutely fine. But we don't move there. What I was going to say is, if you look at their back three, we don't push on their back three whatsoever. We don't push on anyone's back three. The kill switch has always been your centre forward to stop any play out from the back. That's always been your kill switch.
So you would rather leave Sesko on Rodri and just let the 3 centre backs have the ball and just walk up to mid-third.
I'm saying that's what we do all the time.
No, you know, this is not a bad solution. I'm not criticizing you. I'm just saying this.
No. I don't want that as it happens. I want him pushed up. I do, and I want him situating himself between the 3 centre backs, drifts left to right, follow the ball. Because if you don't follow the ball, because where we normally are is where you are is right, is where what Rodri is. If you don't follow the ball, then you don't because I don't think Kuzanov is that good with the ball at his feet, to be honest. And you're right about this new lad. I don't know anything about this new kid.
No. Well, he's a youngster. He's 20 years of age.
Yeah. So get at them there. Get at them at source. I agree with you. And I've seen City get out that way so many times. And you're right about the way that they interchange into sorry,
The interchange and opposite movement,
Yeah.
and this, he tries to manipulate people with movement to drag them out and create space.
Correct. So the kill switch for me is always
usually when you do this, Haaland goes on the other side.
That's
and
right.
presses Maguire, gives him a little bit more space. So
That's
again,
right.
you know,
that's where they create the overload. So the kill switch for me has always been the centre forward, go in and force them into an issue. Because when you get the ball, you know, you talked about the ball going out to O'Reilly. If they're hurrying their passes, that's when Mbeumo can get in and steal. Because he can rush in. If the ball's coming in because they're rushing their passes, get at them. Stop O'Reilly at source. If you can stop them at source here, we're going to have better luck in here. If you can't stop them at source and we allow them to do what you're saying, Jarvis, Foden will get in 10 times out of 10. I agree with you.
So what do you suggest? Did you suggest a high press, mid block?
High press.
Okay.
High press
so but would you press zonal or would you press man?
I'd press zonal, and unfortunately Sesko's the one to do it, because I want you to hurry the two centre backs. You're right, they're young, Jarvis. We've got to really push them, but Sesko's got to do it. And if Sesko does it, I think it'll allow Bruno and Cunha or whoever it is to stop it at source. But Sesko's going to be the one that instigates it, in my opinion, and I think it will help stop, because you're absolutely right about their movement of Reinders,
Foden or Silva. You know, they all do it. Yeah,
you're right about that. 100%, you're right about it. So you got to stop it. That's what I would do. I would get up there, and do you know, I'm a centre half, and I'm quite comfortable with the ball, Jarvis. And I always say to you, don't I, when a player comes steaming in at you, you just go ping, you just pop it off. But if a player's in your area and he's facing you up, you've got a big decision to make.
Yeah.
If he's facing you right up, off back, and you try and push it across, that's when you come in and hunt around the sides. But I don't know why I'm talking about it, mate, because we won't do it. And what will happen is exactly what you've just predicted. It will happen. All I'm trying to suggest is an offensive way of stopping it.
Yeah.
It won't work, pal. It won't work.
I'm a little bit skeptic of the high press. Personally, I would gladly sit in a mid block zonal press and just wait and just do like this, compact.
No, I understand that.
Stay tight. Yeah. Don't leave any space centrally. Yeah. Let them play around. Force them to play it around into the wide areas, and pray and hope that the 1-on-1 on the wide areas, that we will win those duels.
And that could work, my old mates. When you say about putting Sesko onto Rodri, that could work. But my worry is we give them too much time at the back. And what we were saying about them not being great at the back, you've got to strike like a cobra sometimes. Vicky's coming with more money.
Thank you so much, Vicky. You don't have to super chat every time, but appreciate it. Yes, you do.
The point she's making is true, because we've not mentioned Matt Naturvis, and I'm about to tell you why I didn't mention him. Are you ready for this? I forgot about him.
I don't know why we haven't mentioned Mason Mount.
I forgot about him. How bad is that?
But if you play Mount, we have to drop either Bruno, Cunha, or Mbeumo.
I don't think you can do
And
that.
he had a terrible game against Brighton.
He did.
He was the invisible man. I think he had 23 touches. When you know it's a different manager, I don't know where to play Mason Mount.
Going back to what I was just saying. Right, this is going to sound dead stupid. Mason Mount would operate my high press, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he's disciplined.
He
understands the space, the defensive awareness of the space.
He would do that, and we've seen him do it. I don't. Oh, fucking hard. Oh, Jesus. What, Jarvis? What do we know about football, mate? Who'd be a manager? I wouldn't play him, mate. Sorry, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Could Could you go with Casemiro, Mount, Bruno, no Ahmad, Sesko, Cunha, and Bumo?
And no
Ugarte.
No Ugarte, yeah, and no.
So there's no Ugarte.
Toby.
So Mountain for I didn't think you didn't put Kobe in there anyway, did you? In that team?
In this team, let's see. Well,
yeah,
this is what we're thinking. We have Martinez, we have Luke Shaw, and Dallo. The back four is okay. So we have Casemiro, we have Bruno, we have Ugarte. Oh.
So Mountain for Ugarte.
Cunha and Bumo.
Could you do that? I don't know.
Yeah. I think that could work.
In which case, you've got the pressing ability of Mount, then, haven't you?
So you're basically playing 2 roaming 8s.
Yes. Have we got enough though? I'm just asking. Have we got enough in the defensive?
Well, it's evenly balanced. You have a 5-5. But then you have to keep your fullbacks low all the time. You can't bomb on. So the width will be kept by Cunha and Mbumo.
Cunha and Mbumo, yeah.
Yeah, because the deep runs, they will run here and they will go wide. And you'll have Sesko up front. So you will attack with 5 guys.
Yes, you will.
You can't go wide with you. No. Yeah. So yeah, well, it could work. It could work. I can't see why not. Actually, a good shout, Vicky. That was interesting.
Vicky says I've accidentally changed your mind. Yeah, you have. You got me thinking again. Because originally, Vicky, before you started, I had Cunha in as an 8 alongside Bruno, and Ahmad left, and Mbumo and Sesko. And Jarvis had Dallo as right back in place of Mount. So
we will see tomorrow. I think it will be. It's an early kickoff. How do you think the early kickoff will affect us? I saw someone said it will actually be better for us.
It could help us. Yeah, because City played Wednesday. Is that right? Tuesday.
Yeah.
They played Tuesday or Wednesday, didn't they?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. And we haven't played, so yeah, it could help us. I'm looking forward to the game. I tell you what, I'm going to go score-wise, Jarvis. Manchester United 2. City 1.
Okay.
And Bumo to score on his return. Jesus.
So you're predicting a win? Are you going giddy?
I'm gone giddy. I've gone giddy. I've done it. I can't do it. I've gone giddy. That's it.
Okay.
It's like I've gone out on my first date.
Hold on. I'm just writing down. Stu.
Yes. It's like I've gone out on my first date. I've gone giddy. Vicky's in the chat, isn't it? I always go giddy when Vic's in the chat.
Stu. You know this is recorded and it will be on forever on the internet.
Yes. I know. I'm giddy. I've gone giddy 2-1. I'm going for it. Even Trev's gone for it. It's a tough one to call, isn't it?
Okay, I will. Since it's a United channel, I can't predict the loss, but I will say. I will say 1-1 then. 1-1.
Can I just say you called Leeds correct?
Yeah. But 1-1. But I will take a draw all day long. I think a draw would be an excellent result.
Jarvis, I'd take a draw all day long as well, mate.
So, okay, Trev said 2-1.
Yeah, get Trev's down in. Yeah,
getting it down. So Trev 2-1. Okay.
Get your scores in, guys. While you're doing that, then everybody, we had a really interesting question from Paul. Earlier, Paul Toby, and he said, what does Stu and Jarvis think of the 2-year limit to prove yourself as a manager? I can't remember who said it. Is this a good policy? What effects will this have on players? Potential signings? But actually, I'll start if you don't mind, Jarvis. Me and Jarvis have called for a minimum of 2-year trust for managers, because you've got to get into a rhythm. You've got to get into a routine. The players got to get into a rhythm, and the players got to get into a routine. If you keep changing managers like we're doing every 2 years, then it's just going to kill you. You'll never get any momentum. Famously, I said when Amorim came on board, Paul, that he should be given 5 years, irrespective of where we are, where we end up. And I would hope whatever we do moving forward, he is given ample time to get the club back onto an even keel, because you cannot do it in 12 months and you can't do it in 2 years. I mean, Jarvis made a point in the summer about Arne Slot, and we both said that you will see a different Liverpool this season, because Arne Slot won't have the team that he had last season, and you are seeing a different Liverpool. He's got them in some kind of rhythm now, but don't forget there he had a winning team that he took over that didn't even need coaching. They're an autopilot. And now he had to take his new players out, put his old players back in, and got them into a winning cycle. And we need to do something similar. Maguire must come back in tomorrow. He must. He has to come in tomorrow. And maybe Mbeumo has to come in tomorrow. You know, you need these players you can rely on and trust. Now, Mbeumo wasn't brilliant before he went. Cunha's kind of picked up the mantle, although I don't think he's been great last couple of games. But you must give a manager ample time to change the culture of this club. And if you don't give, I don't know, Tuchel or Dessert, I think Dessert is a hot potato anyway. But whoever comes in, if you don't give them 3 years or 4 years, we're going to be having the same conversation in 2. And I don't want that anymore, Paul. I just don't.
I think you're right, Stu. But for me, stability comes from the top. You know, if the owners are not stable, how can we expect the manager to run a tight ship?
Yes.
If the owners don't have longevity in their mind, you know, if whenever something comes up, they change the course. It's impossible for the manager to be calm and keep on what he's doing. You know, he needs to change his plan accordingly because the management tells him to. So for me, 2-year limit when it comes to players. If you sign a player, I think a 2-year limit is too long. I think you have 1 season and then you're up for criticism. First season is a free, and the next season you have to perform. But when it comes to managers, I think 2 years is too little. You need maybe 3 to 4 years to prove yourself, especially at the club as Man United. Vicky and all of the rest of you, before we go, I wanna have a little fun contest with you, because I saw this on Twitter the other day. And you know, it's a question for all of you guys, and I want you to be involved, because I have a question. And Stu, you can go first. And the question is, besides Beckham and Ronaldo, can you name the other players who played for both clubs, Real Madrid and Manchester United?
Well, Chicharito has, hasn't he? He's played for 2. Rude, big Rude.
You don't have to take all of them. You know, you've got to let's the chat.
I'm sorry, I'll go with Chicharito and Rude. There you go.
So you said Chicharito and Rude. So besides Beckham and Ronaldo, okay, Trevor comes in and say Rude. Okay, Mark comes in with Michael Owen. That's a good one. That's a good. That was one of the most difficult one. I wouldn't expect anyone to.
Well, because he played for Real Madrid first, then United, then Newcastle, then United.
Yeah. So we have Beckham, we have Ronaldo, we have Ruud, and we have Michael Owen. So who else do we have? Anyone?
Chicharito, don't forget.
Bueller? Anyone? So you said Chicharito? Yeah.
Yeah, Chicharito, yeah, he was there, of course.
But we still have, let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 players left.
Good one here, Di Maria. Good one.
Oh, yeah, Di Maria. He's on my list. Then ILP. Good one. No chat GPTing or Googling. Come on, guys. Let's do this by the brain.
There's a current one in the United squad who's going to play tomorrow. I've just got to take Jake while they're doing.
Yeah. Trevor, he mentioned Varane. Okay, Varane. Yeah, he's one of them. And Paul, big up Paul. Comes in with Casemiro. So we have Ronaldo, Beckham, Casemiro, Varane, Ruud, Di Maria, Chicharito, Owen. No, and the madness, not Alexis Chance. Tyrone, I'm asking, name the players who played for both clubs, Real Madrid and Manchester United. So far we have Ronaldo, Beckham, Casemiro, Varane, Ruud, Di Maria, Chicharito, and Michael Owen.
Got them all?
Wayne,
have we got them all?
No, not Alexis Sanchez.
Gabriel Heinze.
Jamie.
He did.
Heinze. Good one.
And of course Alvaro Fernandez.
Alvaro, but I have Alvaro, but I have a question mark because he never played an official game for the first team. He only played friendly games and
good night, Vicky McMillan. Good night.
So we have, let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we miss one player.
What era are we looking at then?
He wasn't signed as it was just a loan player for us.
Alone.
But no chat GPTing or Googling.
No. Alone.
So we had the last player. Not Luke Chadwick, but yeah, good guess. Name the players who played for Real Madrid and Man United. Ronaldo, Beckham, Casemiro, Varane, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Di Maria, Chicharito, Alvaro Carreras, Michael Owen, and Gabriel Heinze, but there's one left.
Can we go with the very loose connection of Jonathan Woodgate? He never played for Manchester United, by the way, but he is at Manchester United now. Woodgate, and I know we can't use him, Tosser.
No, not Luke Chadwick. Not
Welbeck. No. Who the hell did we have on loan?
Not Welbeck. Alvaro Carreras, we mentioned him, but good guess. No, okay, I'll give you a hint. A hint. Okay, he played as a fullback, and he was at Man United on loan.
Oh, I know you mean. It's going to fucking piss me off now. He's fucking left back. What's his fucking name?
It's not Dallo.
No, fucking Tottenham. He was at fucking Tottenham. What's his name? We sent him back.
Yes.
No, I can. Yes, I could see Reguilon. Yes, I could see him. Yes, Reguilon. Yes, of course. That's a good one. Yeah,
guys, you got it. Reguilon is his last player.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we needed to end the Tyrone and all of them came in with the right. It was I think we needed to end.
I could see his face in front of me. It was a
Friday night quiz. Maybe we can do this as a regular.
Yeah, we should do it for a bit of fun. Yeah, we should do it for a bit of fun.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
I'll do the next one. I'll do the next quiz for next Friday.
Okay.
I'll be quizmaster next Friday.
Looking forward to it. And also, yes, and the madness. Carlos Queiroz, he was the manager. So there are more connections.
In that case, Woodgate has got to count.
Yeah. Woodgate.
Embarrassing, I know.
Reguilon, he was crap. Well, I liked Reguilon. But he couldn't defend.
Great crosser, though.
Big up Tyrone. Yeah, Jarvis, can you tell me what Woodgate did on his Real Madrid debut? I remember. Do you? Well, he put in a stinker. Did he score an own goal, or did he?
Yeah, he scored 2 own goals, or at least 1 own goal, maybe 2, and he got sent off after about 20 minutes or something like that. It was terrible.
I think he only played like 5 games or something for them.
Yeah. Absolutely terrible.
Woodgate is Woodgate. I don't want to talk about that guy. It's not one of my favorites. But,
not for us. Not for us.
No, not for us. Not for us. Guys, it's been a great show. I want to thank especially with a bird for all the lovely super chats. She came in with 1, 2, 3 super chats and 1 membership chat.
Thank you, my darling.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting the Tactical Devils, and also Sansheet.
Another legend.
Thank you. And by the way, you know, with this money, I use the money to pay the licenses for the streaming programs, for the designing programs, for equipment. Stu is getting a new camera and microphone soon, and you know it goes back to the channel, guys. So every contribution, every donation counts, and it helps to grow the channel. You know, we're not doing this to get rich by ourselves. You know, it's not about that.
Definitely not. No way. I've loved tonight's show. It's been absolutely brilliant. Let's hope tomorrow, whatever happens, we just have a laugh tomorrow night when we're on live. Whatever happens.
Well, I will still be angry if we lose. You know, it's just the way it is.
Heinze was a brilliant memory, Jamie, because I wouldn't have got Heinze. No.
Heinze, yeah. I would say Heinze, Mike Lowen, and Reguilon was the most difficult ones.
Michael Owen was, I got him, and no problem with that. But Heinze, no. I can't believe Vicky didn't come up with Varane first. Vicky, Varane. Love you too.
I would expect it like a £100 super chat with Varane on.
Varane, the peach. I was expecting the peach and the picture of a peach.
Big up, Vicky. Big up, Vicky. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. End the Madness, Jamie Wayne, Trevor Wade, all of you legends, with the bird, with DJ, Mark. Mark Glazes out came in with a 3-2 win. Same did End the Madness. So we will see. I put it down on paper, so we will go through the score lines tomorrow. It will be interesting, and Stu and I will be back tomorrow night. When do you think we?
Well, it's probably going to be 7 or 8. If that's all right.
Yeah, so we will be a late one.
Yeah, because I'll have things to do after.
Yeah, me too.
Do you want me to see if there's anyone live?
Yeah. Let's see. We can redirect people. Let's see if there's anyone live.
There's only no. Rich isn't live. Mark isn't live. No.
We have Puppy Friday night happy hour.
Live, isn't he? Puppy.
Let's redirect to Puppy. But I haven't seen Puppy in a long time, so let's redirect to Friday happy hour. That's a quiz. So if you want to be part of
good fun. It's good fun.
Happy hour quiz. You can go join up with Puppy. I will go into the chat and pop in and say hello. It's been a great show, guys. Thank you, Dan, and the rest of you guys for seeing this show, and we will be back tomorrow night. Thank you so much, Stu, and everybody. Have a great weekend, and we will see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.